Hey guys, welcome back to Defeating Hair Loss. I'm Steve, and I'm here, lucky me, again with Bobby D.
Thanks for having me, Steve.
Lucky because I get to look at your hair.
Appreciate it.
Yes, I admit it. I do have a hair fetish for obvious reasons. Having no idea I would ever have this hair on my head when I went bald at 18 years old. Bobby didn't go through that, but he was on his way. So you're back in business, baby.
Yes, sir.
What we're going to talk about tonight is damage to the donor. And of course, I'm going to use my main model, Bobby. Now, I was not prepared tonight, and I apologize, and we just like to roll out these videos. But I promise you we're going to shoot another video where I'm going to grab that camera, pull it off the tripod, and I'm going to go right to the back of his head. But just for this video right now, I want you to kind of, if you can, see as best as possible. Bobby kind of turn to the one side, turn to the other side, and then you know what? Yeah, and then maybe even put that head down. Cool. Thank you. So if you caught a lot of that, here's the point. When you look at him, whether you're in a club somewhere, in a business meeting, he's on a date with someone or whatnot, or you're at a football game, you're not going to notice anything about Bobby's hair in the back of his head. It is intact. It looks really good. Yeah. How do you feel about it?
Feel great. No complaints about it.
Looks good. Okay, now, somewhere buried in all that thick hair is a linear scar. And by today's standard, and I will say, by today's standard, the new generation of hair doctors and hair transplants, nobody wants that scar. But what they're not doing is turning the other side and giving you, can't remember what I'm looking for here, lost for words, but the flip side, I guess, of the other side of the argument, mm-hmm. right? A very professional argument about two sides of a story, right? Mm-hmm. So the FUE procedure, which was my last procedure, and I loved it, and I think the world of the FUE procedure for the right patient, diffusely thins the back of your head. Now, out there in the world, and I'm watching it too, yes, I'm on social media too, Bobby, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm looking at a bunch of cherry-picked results because this has been the case with the industry for years. Everybody wants to show you their very best results. What about those guys that feel like I did when I was, 18 years old, that I wanted to look just like my Italian friends who had, we used to call them polyester heads, John Travolta in the poster we usually have behind us when he did his early movies in, the Urban Cowboy and Saturday Night Fever and had this amazing head of hair. That's what I wanted. Well, it also you have to think about the back of the head as well. That, Bobby has much stronger donor hair than I do. And I might have much stronger hair than someone with really thin, fine, wispy hair. It's all relative. Someone from the Middle East or Spanish descent might have double the caliper, which is the thickness of what Bobby has. That all plays into who's a good candidate for which procedure. To celebrate his success, and don't forget he's had 2 strips taken out of the back of his head, there's no way to detect he had any hair missing in the back of his head. Now, honestly or realistically, if we shaved his head down, forget about the scar, he's got a very, 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 very tiny strip across the back of missing hair because the hair won't grow back into the scar. But in the entire area, when I had him turn to the one side, mm-hmm. the other side, the back, there's no hair missing other than that tiny area. Mm-hmm. When we do FUE, we diffusely thin the entire back. Now, the trade-off is that you, won't have that scar, so you can do the bald fades or cut it down G.I. Joe and not see that. However, you will have those little dots back there. Mm-hmm. But over time, you're not going to have as much hair in the back to donate to yourself. And that was the main reason why Bobby chose FUT. Now, this is not an FUT, FUE video. This is a video using Bobby as an example of the success of either procedure. He chose FUT, but what if he stops using the medication and starts losing more hair? What if he needs 2 more procedures? Well, if you start out with FUE, you are in trouble. So we talk about the damage to the donor. Now I'm at this point in my life, my main drive, we got a picture of me dressed like Moses, right?
Yep.
And it's really about prevention. It's really about that F word. Yes, finasteride. It's really about the M word. Minoxidil. And combine them together, and also even laser involved, getting a head start, get on these preventative treatments early. That's all I care about. That's all I care about is stopping your hair from falling out. One of the things on my list that I also care about is please don't fly to a foreign country and let them take 6,000 FUE grafts out of the back of your head in one procedure. This is damage to the donor. Every video I talk about this, I credit Dr. Rassman in Los Angeles, who came up with that great token canned line, Follicular Homicide. You're killing the hair in the back of your head, and we can't let that happen. So keep in mind, as you watch these videos, as you go back through a lot of them, I talk about the steps that you should go through in order to achieve success in choosing the right doctor, right clinic. I promise you, follow those steps and it will lead you to the right decision on FUE or FUT. And Bobby is, again, the model here, did exactly that. We had talked about it for a long time, the two different procedures, and obviously he's very successful. You can be very successful too. Don't make an emotional decision. Don't do that thing what video did I do? I tell you what you want to, I tell you what you need to know, not maybe what you want to hear. Yeah. And if you go somewhere where they tell you what you want to hear and destroy your donor, then there's nothing we can do. And that's the sad part. I see this day in and day out of as soon as I talk to someone, FaceTimes, WhatsApps, Zooms, Skypes, I talk to them on the phone, they come in and see me to my office, and I say, when they prep me, hey, I flew somewhere, they took out a lot of grass, I got a lot of scar tissue, I start shaking my head. It saddens me, not because I need or want the business so much, because there's nothing you can do. So please follow the guidelines, make good decisions. Don't chase these dreams that really don't make any sense. Remember what your mother told you. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Did your mother tell you that, Bobby?
Yeah.
Bobby's a good. Look at this kid. He's in great shape. He eats well. He listens, does what his mother told him, and he believes his mother that said, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. He paid decent money for 2 hair transplants. Yeah. He looks really good.
The other thing is listen to Steve Cook. So Steve Michaels.
Hey, listen, if you know what I say, Bobby, is when I'm out there studying something, if I retain maybe like 10 or 15%, that's a lot. You know, and these videos that we kind of put out there for you, you know, we know that sometimes I'm a little long-winded. Sometimes that might be a little boring to watch. They say make videos less than like a minute, but I can't help myself. I need to help you. So if you don't mind, pay attention to what I'm saying, follow the guidelines, don't destroy the donor, and don't forget to like and subscribe.